A story of undying resolve and grit that lasted centuries. Somnath, the first among the Jyotirlingas. This was a temple that inspired tales of recovery and epics of resistance. Invasion after invasion in 11th, 13th, 14th and 17th centuries, starting with Mahmud of Ghazni to Aurangzeb. The loot, the destruction and trampling of people and his sacred spaces, all mind-numbing. And each time they met with fierce resistance, and each time they built it all over again. Such was the unfluttering devotion to the Lord of the Moon, Somnath, and such was the tenacity and grit of the people of this land.
T1 this way.
This is the second time in I think 3 months that I'm transiting between Terminal 1 and Terminal 2. Thankfully this time it's early in the morning.
If you're looking to fly into Somnath, the closest options are the Keshod and Diu airports. I opted for Diu. Flight options are pretty limited, so do check out Indigo and Air Alliance websites. It's my first time on a turboprop aircraft, the ATR 72-600.
Small plane. 2 seats on each side.
And the Diu airport is small and pretty convenient. We had the baggage literally hand-delivered to us as there were no baggage bills.
I've exited the airport and I'm looking for my cab.
I'm super excited as I'm on my own curated Saurashtra trip. 8 days, straight to Somnath for a couple of days, a short stop at Porbandar, then to Dwarka, and from there Junagadh, Gir National Park, and finally 2 days in the coastal town of Diu. And it's a 2-hour drive to Somnath now with a short break on the way for lunch. This has been a long-awaited trip. Once at Somnath, I check in, freshen up and head straight for darshan. This is the statue of Veer Amirji Gohil, the martyr and warrior who gave his life to save the Somnath temple at a very young age of 16 in the 13th century. Despite overwhelming odds, he fought ferociously and safeguarded the Shivlingam for 9 long days until his last breath, immortalizing him as a hero.
Phone and keys and everything is prohibited. I will be depositing it here and then going in.
A Jyotirlinga means a lingam of light. It is believed that Lord Shiva appeared as a dazzling pillar of light and fire, and even Brahma, the creator who took the shape of a swan and flew upwards, and Vishnu, the preserver, that of a wild boar and headed the other direction, gave up, unable to find its beginning and end. The 12 Jyotirlingas spread across India are believed to be a manifestation of Lord Shiva in this form, and each holds its own stories of origin and significance. So why is Somnath the Lord of the Moon? It is said that the moon god, when he favoured one among his 27 wives, was cursed that he would lose his entire lustre by Daksha Prajapati, his father-in-law. The anxious moon god does penance to rid himself of the curse and finally gets blessed by Lord Shiva, enabling him to regain his lustre whenever he loses it. This obviously points to the waxing and waning of the moon. It's believed that the moon god himself installed the Shivlingam at this place.
I just came back after darshan. It was wonderful. I didn't take any special pujas or anything. So, a couple of things to be mindful of. This is where you deposit. This is right before going in. Trying to locate my cab.
Consider evenings if you're planning a visit to Somnath for sound and light show which starts at 7:45 p.m. A quick tip: once you enter the temple, get the show ticket from the counter on the extreme left. Otherwise, you may have to walk back after darshan and stand in queue. Though this yummy fulka and palak have me full, I've surely not had my fill of the magnificence of Mahadev yet. So thank God I have one more day for darshan.
It's day 2 in Somnath. I am in a sari which I bought from Varanasi. Thought I'll use it here today. Plan is to go again to Somnath temple and most probably cover the Triveni Sangam in the morning. So let's go.
I visit some pretty interesting areas near Triveni Sangam, which I will cover in part 2 of this series. Do check it out. And then I get to the temple again. This current temple structure was built in 1950 by the initiative of the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. As the Deputy Prime Minister then, he was able to overcome resistance and reconstruct this colossal temple.
I'm back after darshan. Got some prasad. Chikki is 25 bucks. Laddu, that's 90 bucks. And there is a list of puja vidhis, pujas that you can do there. I saw a huge list starting from 150 rupees to one which was at 27 lakhs. I wanted to do a Ganga Jal Abhishek, but it was closed at that point in time. I was there between around 1:30 in the afternoon. Must have been a lunch break for the staff working there. That's something to keep note of in case you're going in the afternoon. Most probably between 1 and 2 is, I'm assuming. There is a block 4 toilet and all that. The beach is over here. We can just step to the side and get onto the beach.
The Somnath temple now stands tall and glorious despite its brutal attacks by iconoclastic invaders. A place where every soul comes for its final judgment. I in fact got my cue to come here during my darshan at Kashi Vishwanath, and I thank that Gujarati gentleman for triggering this journey for me. And I thank you for watching till here and hope you will continue accompanying me in this journey. Do subscribe, like and click that bell icon. See you all next week.